Here we are. You made it. The 2025 football season is right around the corner. OTAs are starting, off-season practices are going, scouting reports are coming out. People are getting excited, fantasy drafts are happening, and that can only mean one other thing. Time for more releases of 2024 football cards. What's going on, everybody? Tyson from VS Card Hub coming back in with another rip. This time we're doing some Contenders 2024 mega boxes. Yes, the 2025 season is right around the corner. 2025 score comes out in about a week and a half. And here we are, Panini still dropping the 2024 cards on us. This is Contenders. It's always a late season product, one of the final products that's going to be coming out, besides some of the high-end stuff. And Contenders is Contenders. If you've opened Contenders before, it's a love-hate. It's largely a dust factory. Really what you're looking for in Contenders is the autographs, but the autograph checklist is going to be deep. You're going to be looking at a lot of autographs for some of the no-name rookies, defensive guys, offensive linemen, guys that maybe were on the practice squad. You know, we're going to be finding just a lot of not the biggest and brightest stars. Yes, you can still pull some Michael Penix, some J.J. McCarthy, some Roma Dunze. You're not going to get the other top quarterbacks for 2024. And really, for the most part, you're likely going to get dusted in these boxes. These are the mega boxes. These do have one guaranteed autograph and 2 memorabilia cards per box. These are the Walmart boxes. Target also has their own version. I believe they have different colored parallels in there. This is just like Absolute, where it's paper stock. The parallels or the inserts, all there are is just the same exact card as the base card, but it has a slightly different color foil on it, or has a different color. It may have blue, red. I believe these ones have the teal parallels. Yep, these are the teal parallels in there. Blaster boxes are going to have their own colored parallels. It's, mailing it in. So that's your parallel hunt right there. Is you're going to get the same exact base card, just with a different color foil. It's Absolute. The big thing is, like I said, it's autographs. But the one thing where this is nice is that these come in at about $45. Depending on where you get them from, I believe Target's usually like 45. Walmart's got them at 50. You can usually find them on sale or from online retailers for about $45. These do have the one autograph. This is basically what Top Signature Class wishes it could be. Top Signature Class, I covered it in those videos. They were coming in at $55, $60 with no guaranteed autographs, and it's unlicensed. This is the better buy if you're hunting autographs. But do bear in mind, like I said, you're going to be hunting, the lesser known guy's autograph. I'm going to go ahead and get these opened up. You are going to get a lot of cards in here. There's 108 cards in this box. Go ahead and get these out. These packs are thick. This is almost like opening, kind of like Score. When you open Score, they have a ton of cards in there. So this is kind of like a Score Light. Which is, it's okay. If you're hunting, looking to actually build a set, you're hunting certain players, you're going to get a lot of cards. You'll be able to put together a set very quickly with these. So if you're a set builder, it's one of those things where you're going to be able to open these up and build a set fairly fast for fairly cheap compared to something like trying to build a set out of, Prism or Optic, where you're only getting 4 cards per pack. These ones you're getting 18 cards per pack. It is a deep checklist. It is a long checklist. But let's get into it. Also, the mem cards in here, or the patch cards, they are just going to be your standard napkin patch cards. The ones that spawn the whole in, cool thing of ripping them open and seeing whose name was actually on the patch card. So these are these are the base cards. Sure you can see them there. Those are the base cards. Base cards do have, the silver foil. Looks like we do have one of the green inserts here. So there is our parallel. I'll show that. Oh, there's our first autograph. Well, alrighty. For my Raiders, DeCamarion Richardson. I probably messed that name up. This is what I'm talking about. You're going to be getting some guys that are just... Who? Cornerback for the Raiders. Look at that very first pack. So here's your parallel. There it is. The only difference between the base card and this one is it has the red foil in it. Are they worth anything? That's up to you. Or up to, somebody who might be collecting it. Draft class parallel. And at least got a Malik Neighbors on this one. Christian Watson. Finish it up here. The big thing in this one, compared to previous years, is the rookies do not have their own cards. So the rookies, they used to have their own base cards. They're not in here anymore. That was a big change this year that Panini made, because they redid the rookie Stallions cards, and I believe those are now supposed to be the actual rookie cards in this set. So yeah, they used to be, your season ticket, your game ticket, and then they used to have the rookie ticket. The rookie tickets are not here anymore. So that's something to keep in mind. If you're hunting for rookies on just the base cards, you're not going to find those. You're going to have to find them on the inserts. And possibly the mem cards. We got our first patch card here. There's a little Gardner Minshew on the red. And our first patch card is going to be a little Adonai Mitchell. Like I said, these are the little napkin patches that, spawn the whole cool thing of ripping them open and seeing whose name was on there to see, who Panini was putting in there. And there we go, Adonai Mitchell, Jalen Polk. So this is the rookie Stallions, Layatu Latu right here. They at least cleaned these up. Last year they looked awful. They were like the weird brown color. I don't even have them. Like, is one of those ones where it's like they weren't worth anything. Even, when last year when everybody was hunting for CJ Stroud, AR, Will Levis when he was still a thing, the rookie Stallions cards were just, they were ugly. Like, they were legitimately ugly cards. They at least cleaned them up this year. They kind of look like a Prestige, but at least a modernized Prestige that has them in their pro uniforms. So we'll at least give Panini that. There's Christian Watson and a draft class insert. This one numbered? This one seemed thicker. Nope. That's Palomalu and Terrell Suggs. And there's a red parallel draft class. Patrick Willis and Darrell Revis. So even these red ones, when they have the different colored foil, they are not numbered. It's just a parallel. Big thing about these two that's super annoying is that every other card is upside down. So end up spending a ton of time flipping cards over and everything. For the base cards, I'm basically just powering through them. Trying to take a look at and see what kind of parallels we can actually get. Like I said, we're mainly looking for the rookie inserts and the autographs. And then your patch cards if you like your patch cards. So we did get our one autograph already, so likely we're just looking for our second patch card at this point. We do have a gold foil. There's Jonathan Taylor. There's a gold foil parallel. There's Johnny Wilson and Malik Washington, round 6. And Ricky Pearsall on the rookie Stallions. So these rookie Stallions, they can at least come with a different colored foil as well. Base ones are just going to have the silver foil. So as you can see, there's Dalton Kincaid. We pulled his red one earlier. You're going to end up with a lot of base cards. That's the big thing about Contenders. You're going to end up with a lot of base. You're going to end up with a lot of inserts. And unless you hit a big autograph or, you know, a numbered card potentially out of here, you're not going to get very much. These are pretty much just more of a collector's fun hunting autograph rip. Because other than that, you're not going to get much out of here. It's Contenders. And go Eli and Steven Jackson. There's Xavier Worthy. Yeah, Contenders is one of those ones that, for the most part, you can just skip it every year because, yeah, unless it's just something you want to try ripping, like, don't go crazy with it. It's just like Absolute, but without the Kaboom Hunt. It's basically just a pile of cards. So there's our second patch card, Ricky Pearsall. I think I threw my red parallel in the pile. There's at least J.J. McCarthy. There's a Brendan Rice and Jaheim Bell, J.J. McCarthy. And that is that. Yep, there's our red card. A little Rashad White. So yeah, there's a box of Contenders. That's how quickly you can get through it because really, you're just looking for the autograph. That's, at the end of the day, like cutting to the chase, that's what you're looking for. You're looking for the autograph. You may find some rookies on the patch cards, but for the most part, they're just the napkin patches. You know, they went to Olive Garden, they stole some napkins off the table. At least they didn't steal the breadsticks, I hope. And they cut up those napkins, turned them into patch cards. That's really about it. And I was thinking I might end up having a autograph in the very first pack again. There's Jordan Love on the gold foil. There's at least Rome Odunze. And how about a little Michael Penix Rome Odunze round 1. That's nice. I'll take that. And pile of base. So yeah, these are ones... Really, like I said, there's not much to them besides you're looking for autographs, and your hunt for autographs, you're probably not going to get a lot because, like I said, your big signers in Panini, you're looking for like J.J. McCarthy, Michael Penix, Rome Odunze, Ricky Pearsall, maybe Bucky Irving. Might find a Bucky Irving in here. Other than that, you know, Austin Eckler on the red foil parallel. There's at least a dual patch of Marvin Harrison Jr. and Rome Odunze. And Jaden Daniels on the rookie Stallions. There's the base rookie Stallions. Draft class Aeneas Williams and Brett Favre. Brett Favre in a Falcons uniform. Look at that. Jaden, we got 4 packs left. Yeah, not much else to say. It's Contenders. That's really about it. Cooked some pretty good ribs last weekend, I believe it was. Smoked them about 3 hours, about 250. Pulled them out, wrapped them. Cooked them for about 2 hours. A little Brian Thomas Jr. will take that. And a red parallel of Suggs and Palomalu. Yeah, cooked them, wrapped about 2 hours. Let them all simmer in there. I like to use, tend to like to use pineapple juice. It's pretty good. It gives a nice sweet flavor. Big thing with using fruit juices, if you've never cooked ribs, never cooked them wrapped. Big thing is put a little bit of alcohol in there. It kind of helps keep it from all burning off. Big thing with fruit juice is if it gets too hot when it's wrapped, is it will burn. That sugar will burn. There's George Karlaftis and Brock Bowers rookie Stallions. Tony Baselli, Warren Sapp. Also a little cheat, if you don't want to sit there and tend to barbecue, if you ever cook ribs and do like the 3-2-1 method, three unwrapped, 2 wrapped, 1 unwrapped, put them in the oven. Makes it a lot easier. You can stay inside, it's not hot. DeAndre Swift and Kalen King. There's our rookie auto, Kalen King. Trey Benson. Burton and Wilson. The other big thing for ribs, too, I've really been on a Kinder's kick. Kinder's make some pretty good seasonings, sauces, that sort of thing. Super delicious. I'm also a big fan of the St. Louis style. Baby backs, yes, baby backs are good. They're kind of a classic, but not a lot of meat. And if you cook them wrong, you end up drying them out. Like that. Nice fatty, almost like a wet brisket. Last pack. Let's get to it. Finish this out before I start getting too hungry here. There's Khalil Mack on the red, and our final patch card, we're looking at Jonathan Brooks. So you can see that. There's a little Jonathan Brooks on the white napkin patch. Jalen Polk, Marshall Faulk, and Isaac Bruce. So there you have it. There's 2 mega boxes of Contenders. Our 2 autographs are Kalen King and DeCamarion Richardson. That's Contenders. There you have it. There's Contenders. Where's my flashlight? If you don't want to rip these open, the other thing you can always do, especially on the light colored patches, is you can actually shine your light and you can see the writing on the back there. It's kind of hard to tell. Trying to see if I can read it here. It actually goes this way. Yeah, you can actually see what's printed on the back here. Yeah, does not appear to be Jonathan Brooks. It almost looks like a Richards. Huh. But yeah, if you ever want to look at the patches instead of ripping your cards open, you can actually shine a light in there and look through them. Mainly works with the light colored ones. Darker colored ones, you're not going to be able to read the writing on the back. Unless you're looking for the social media points, then you can go ahead and rip the card open, post it on social media, and take a look at who you got on your napkin patch. Anyways, there's Contenders. There's not much else to say about it. It's Contenders. It's cheap. It's at least cheaper than Topps Signature Class. Topps Signature Class, you're going to pay $10 to $15 more per box for no guaranteed autographs. You might get a couple numbered cards, and the acetate cards are cool, but here you at least get a guaranteed autograph. Yeah, you may not know who it is. I mean, you're going to get some no-name guys. I mean, there we have it. Are they $45 autographs? Probably not. Is Contenders a $45 product? For the mega boxes at least? I mean, that's ultimately up to you. So, anyways, that's all I got. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you've opened up any Contenders, if you've actually hit anything, what you think of it. Do you like Contenders? The design, if I want to say anything about the design, I think they made it too busy this year. They added these barcodes to it, and I don't know. Really, I think they made the design just too busy, trying to do too much with it. Anyways, thank you for tuning in. I'll catch y'all next time.